and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Lee Mayama. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment and share. For those who are always supporting me, thank you so much. Guys, before I continue, I have a gift here. They bought me this gift. Hey, ngojeni kwanza. I don't know how to use it, but just a minute. So one of my friends just told me that my voice is always not that loud, but the way I always shout, me I wonder. Na mimi napiganga kelele na hata unajua sasa inaongea pole pole. Ama ni venye points zinashikanga sasa najikuta nimesahau. Ngoja sasa tu. So, ngoja kwanza. The villagehood in me. Oh my goodness. The villagehood in me is villaging. Let me tell you one thing. By the way, to the person who bought me this, I'm grateful. Hopefully now I'm so clear. Getting used to this thing, it will need time because I'm from village. So guys, in today's video, by the way, thank you so much for those who are always subscribing, for those who are always sharing, for those who are always viewing my videos. I'm so grateful. May you never lack. And if you are looking for a wife, may you find the wife. If you are looking for the husband, may you find that husband. If you're looking for the baby, oh my God, may God give you that baby. In Jesus' name. So, and you know, it's on a serious note, by the way, people. I just wish you the very best in your life. I wish you the very best. As you are watching my video, I wish you the very best. Very best. Okay guys, in today's video, I want to talk about differences of working in Saudi Arabia and working in Kenya. One, freedom. Freedom, like when you go to Saudi Arabia, before I go into that, Saudi Arabia is the place to be. Actually, Saudi Arabia changed my life. Saudi Arabia changed my attitude. Like there are so many characters that were in me. Saudi Arabia just cut them off just like this. As simple as that. Saudi Arabia made me the woman I am today. Saudi Arabia opened my eyes. Saudi Arabia made my family also taste some life that they never had, and I'm so grateful to God. So if you're outside there and you want to go to Saudi Arabia, I assure you, Saudi Arabia is the place to be. Let you not be discouraged. That is the place to be. It's so safe with God and in God. With prayers, it's so safe. Hey, I'm not here to preach, but you know, sometimes it's good to be grateful to God. It's so good to consider God first, and it's so nice to be as an example. You know, it's again nice to celebrate the small achievements that you do, because being alive and being strong or staying in an Arab country when you're healthy, it's not something to joke with. Well, so differences of working in Kenya and in Saudi Arabia. One, freedom. You'll not have that freedom of moving in people's houses anyhowly. You're not inviting in people's parties anyhowly, like the way we invite ourselves in Stock Farm Village back home in Sarakaru. We don't invite people. Without card, stay at home, mama. Without card, daddy, be at home. And again, moving up and down like you're going to visit friends anyhowly, it's not allowed. You go with appointment. Okay, freedom is not there. So if you're planning to go to Saudi Arabia and you're carrying those speakers of mine, yours, sweetie, stop them. Keep them. Leave them for your mom or for your siblings. But Saudi Arabia is so nice. Despite that, even if there is no freedom, you will get everything that you want. You'll get the basic needs, because even on our contract papers, it's written we are supposed to be given everything. Food is there, water is there, bathroom is there, toilet is there. What else do you need? What will take you out? And you're not idle. You have your work there. Saudi Arabia doesn't have that freedom, moving up and down anyhowly. Not unless maybe it's changing slowly. But it has not that freedom. Yeah, you go out with appointment and in a car and coming back, but safe. And the second point is, you know, language. You know, in Kenya, when you go to apply for some jobs, you'll find out that it's Swahili and English. In Saudi Arabia, it's majorly Arabic and some little English. So for me, in fact, the family that I found, no one knew English. Hata hawakuwa wanajua good morning ndo kusema nini. They only know assalamu alaikum. You understand? But if you have, so when you go there, make sure that at least you be ready, set your mind, be ready to learn Arabic. So for me, I became friends, like kids. I became the best friend for the kids. So the kids started teaching me slowly, and after 6 months, I started speaking and understanding Arabic. And another point is food. And by the way, let not that language barrier be an issue. You can go there, they can use, how do we call it? Gestures or what? No, like this, like hizi kutumia alama zinaitwaje? Yeah, just go. Once you have that opportunity, go. Other things, you know them from there. And another point is, you know, in Kenya, as a house manager, you will find out that cleaning carpets, will have to wash them with your bare hands, cleaning the floor like that. But in Saudi Arabia, everything is machine. Washing clothes is, you will use machine. So the villagehood in you of bending, then washing clothes by your hands, no. Leave it at JKIA, then before you leave Kenya. That is for house managing, by the way, strictly. And again, another difference is strictness. You know, in Saudi Arabia, once you are under someone, like you go with contract, and then you not be allowed to just, like, everywhere you go, you be with your boss, by the way. And then again, you'll have to respect yourself. Like in Kenya, you know, you can come out of work, then you go for a sleepover or you go for the party. There, no. If you go for the sleepover with a different gender, just know that you are ready and you have all the confirmation of being deported. So just respect yourself. And another point is respect their religion. Don't be too judgmental. When they are fasting and you're like, oh, for us Christians, oh my God, when we pray like even 10 hours. No. Don't be judgmental. Just respect their religion. It's not like in Kenya where Muslims will be praying. They have to check, like they have to fix their Quran. They have to fix everything. There, no. You'll be taught on how to keep their Quran. You are not supposed to step on them. Their prayer mats. You have to just follow the rules. In short, usiende huko ubebe kiburi useme mimi si Muislamu, simbebane na makurani zenu nyinyi wenyewe mjipange. Usikue hivyo. Just be simple. Wewe fuata tu maagizo. So ulienda hapo kutafuta pesa, tafuta hiyo pesa na unyamaze. Vitu zingine bebana, kama umeambiwa bebe Qur'ani weke kwa meza, beba na weke kwa meza na unyamaze. Si hauielewi. Si bora umewaheshimu. And then again, another difference is in Saudi Arabia, you'll have to stay alone. Like you'll be given your own room. Sometimes unapewa sahani, you'll be given your own plate and spoon. You'll be isolated. But mimi, how I took it, mimi niliona like they give you peace of mind. That thing, for me, it used to give me peace of mind, because how can you sleep with those with the whites? How? Because you will not have that freedom. Like for them, they are removing their hair, and the hair they are just smooth, and you are removing your steel wool. You know, it doesn't make sense. So you'll be isolated. You'll have your own room, and that it enables us to pray, also to give us a place to worship. So it's better, it's good, but be ready for that. Don't be given that room, then you go there start crying. No, be grateful. So if you're preparing to go to Saudi Arabia, be ready to be isolated. But some bosses, they will stay with you, but mostly they will isolate you because they know maybe you want to do your own things. You have your own privacy. You have to, yeah. So it's not a big deal. And another point is your dressing code. You'll have to change. Like putting on shorts, you're going out, putting on shorts, you're just leaving your hair like that. No, you'll have to cover it with that scarves, and then you have to put on abaya, that black thing. So like you have to cover, as a woman, you have to cover your butt so that it will not be It will not be seen by men. And even at home in their houses, even if it's in hospital, because I met so many people working in hospital, also they'll have to cover their head. The hair must not, like hair is not allowed to be seen. Even if it's still wool, don't show it off. Keep it, like, respect yourself. Hey, so when you're planning to go to Saudi Arabia, and then you don't have you are carrying, you're carrying with you that mentality of, no, I'll do whatever I want. It's not like that. You be under the rules of Muslims. And it helps me, even for me, it helps me, because I was an open person. I used to invite myself for nothing. Like, if party is somewhere, I will make sure that also I'm appearing there, which that is the thing that I always ask myself. But I always call myself and ask myself that, Lee, that time, was your head working well? What was your problem? Those are the things that I regret I did. Those are the things that I wish I didn't do. You understand? But it's out already. I did it already. And again, about cleanliness, you need to be clean. Especially, you're not supposed to smell bad. For them, you are staying with them and you're smelling bad, they will just disgrace you. They will just remind you in front of people, in front of the kids, and maybe you just see them running away from you because you are dark. Like me, you are for me, I'm very dark. On top of it, you are smelling, and people are there glittering. What do you expect? People will definitely run away from you. I'm not saying this to discourage you, but no, just be clean. Like the way I told you, remember there was my video, I showed you how to clean your armpits. Make sure that you use that method. It will help you, because during Ramadan, even sometimes we don't have time to go back to our rooms to take shower the second time. So once you do that in the morning, every morning and evening, that procedure that I showed you, you'll find out that you will not be smelling bad. And another point is, don't compare. Like in Kenya, we are so free to our bosses. You can be talking to them, sharing with them. Your boss somehow can respect you. For them, they don't like a house manager comparing yourself with them. Even why should you compare yourself with them, by the way? Just don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself with your bosses. Be you. When you go there and they give you some dresses, they ask you, oh, do you need them? And you'll be like, no, I don't need them. In Kenya, we have a lot of clothes. Where? Which Kenya? No. Take the clothes and put your, do we call it pride down, and take the clothes. Take anything that I give you, take. Don't compare yourself with them. And again, you'll miss ugali, as I had told you, food. You'll be eating rice daily, rice with meat, rice with mutton, not mutton, rice with, is it mutton? Yes, mutton, rice with chicken, rice with fish. Mutton and meat, mostly they don't eat. So ugali. But nowadays, I see even here in Qatar, we have ugali, we have taifa, we have pembe, we have, I don't know, soko, yeah. But in Saudi Arabia, I stayed for 4 years without tasting ugali, and I was so comfortable with it. And another point is, because I had written them down, sometimes I always forget. Salary, about our salary. I've not talked about our salary. When you are in Saudi Arabia, that referring to the point that I've told you, that you shouldn't compare yourself with your boss. Once you get that 1,000 Saudi Arabia riyals, it's an equivalent of like 28,000 Kenya shillings. Maybe your salary is like that. For example. So for us for people who works in Saudi Arabia and people who stay in Kenya, people in Saudi Arabia, they don't pay tax. We don't. So salary, the difference between the difference that comes in with salary between oh my god, the differences between people who work in Arab country and in Kenya, especially Saudi Arabia for now, with their salary is, in Kenya, in Saudi Arabia, the person who works in Saudi Arabia and getting $27,000 that is a minimum of 27,000 or 25, let me say so, is like that person can, if you compare well, someone who is getting 80,000 in Kenya can never reach this person who is getting 27,000. Why? You know, in Saudi Arabia, you'll be given accommodation, food, everything, pads, sanitary pads, soap, shampoo, everything, roll-ons, perfumes, you'll be given. So your salary is just for your project. So that's why it makes it much easier for someone who has worked in Gulf for 2 years, make more progress than someone who is working in Kenya and getting 80,000. 80,000. If you get 80,000, you have tax, you have transport in and out, accommodation, some food, you know, it's a little bit like, if you calculate, make calculation, because in Kenya, once someone gets 80,000, that person will take a house rent of 20, remaining 60. That 60, you see, bills, electricity bills, 10, then remaining 50 transport in and out, it can take like 12,000, remaining, then basic needs, you see. So it will be a little bit like almost, you can even find out that they're saving the same or they're making progress, like they're investing, their investments are almost the same, or even the person who is working in Gulf is better than that person. What am I trying to say? If you find a contract in Saudi Arabia, don't say that, oh no, people die there, people sleep with dogs. No, take risk and go. Even for me, like before I went to Saudi Arabia at first, my dad was against it. My dad told me, no, my child cannot go to Saudi Arabia. But me, I said, no, Dad, let me go and try. My dad was so angry, like, no, my daughter cannot go, you know. My dad is so caring, by the way. So when I went there, and then I told my dad that I've reached, so I'll be talking to you with you 3 years per month. Still, my dad was not fine. He told me, how? And then my God being so good, I stayed, then they gave me a smartphone. Then communication became more easy. So when you are working in Saudi Arabia, don't underrate yourself that, oh, I'm a house manager and people are working in hospitals in Kenya. No, love whatever you are doing. And those who are in Kenya and are doing good jobs, don't underrate these people who are working outside the country as house managers, because God blesses people in different ways, right? If we do the comparison, we are just the same. At the end of the day, all we need is something on our babies' tables. So we've talked about the dressing code, strictness, how to stay. You'll be alone always. I think I've talked about you'll be alone, giving your plate like that alone. So that means you'll have peace of mind. Even if you want to pray, you'll be praying in your own room. Don't feel like you are so isolated or you are not loved. Just be happy with whatever they would tell you. Be happy, take it, and know what took you there. And we've talked about cleanliness, and those people, they always, people in Saudi Arabia, they used to see me like as house managers, that we are so poor, you know, we are needy people, and they were not wrong, because whatever they have, we don't have. Whatever they have achieved, we don't have. We've not achieved. And so if you see like maybe they are considering you like a person of low level of life, don't feel sorry or don't be angry at them. Don't warn them, or don't just don't shout at them like you come from a better family, or in your family you have this and that. No, just accept it. And when they give you clothes, take. If they give you something second hand, take. That thing, it means a lot to your family, even to you yourself. Don't feel bossy like, oh my God, I've reached where I'm supposed to be. No. Don't compare yourself with bosses. No. Be humble. Shuka tu chini. Ukipewa hizo nguo second hand, kuna venye unaweza tuma kwa hiyo nini meli, iko cheap. Ukituma na 30,000, hizo nguo zenye umetuma na 30,000, maybe hizo perfume, hizo masaa, hizo ma earrings, manini, hizo necklaces. Hata huko nyumbani maybe ni celebrities wanazivaa. Na wewe uko hapo unasema hapana, kwetu tunajiweza, sasa siwezi nikachukua hizi. Hapana, shukisha bei, haujafika bado. Chukua hizi vitu, alafu bei pandishie huko nyumbani na hizo vitu. Unajua hizo vitu ndio zinakupandisha bei huko nyumbani. Just be humble and respect them. respect anything that I will tell you. Wakikwambia twende hivi, bora tu wasi kumistreat. Alafu another point is the difference between working in Kenya and Qatar is in Saudi Arabia is it makes you more prayerful. Like you'll need to pray, because all you have is your God. You know, you only have God. You know, you are not in Nairobi versus Bungoma. No, you are in Saudi Arabia versus Stockholm Village, Naitiri zone. A very big difference. A place where they will need motorbike to Dwandeti, and then car to Nairobi, and again car, again they will take Uber to the airport, and then plane. Oh my God. And then when you reach to Saudi Arabia airport, again another car to the house. It's not a small distance. Humble yourself and be prayerful. Don't be rude at all. And then you'll have to adopt new life. You'll have just to adopt new life. Your fellow workmates, like those house managers for the family members, are your family. You know, you'll have to love them. Especially for me, I had a Ugandan lady called what was her name? I don't know, she was called Maya. Yeah, she was a Ugandan. Whenever I saw her, I felt like I'm at home. So just adapt to that environment, love your work, know why you are there, and you'll be happy. So those are the only differences that between the working in Kenya and in Saudi Arabia. But Saudi Arabia is the place to be. Saudi Arabia is so safe. Saudi Arabia people are so loving. They have good hearts. Saudi Arabia has helped a lot of us. You know, if someone comes to you and tells you that, oh, don't go to Saudi Arabia, and you have that opportunity, think twice. There are so many people who have achieved from that Saudi Arabia. There are so many. Go to Jomo Kenyatta Airport. That's when, even immigration offices, go. That's when you'll see, no, now I need to wake up. Whenever you decide something like you want to travel outside your country, don't listen to so many people. Follow your heart, do the necessary, and you'll go far. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching. I really love you. I adore you. And keep subscribing. Keep subscribing, people. I love you all.